Hey, how's it going everybody? It's your one and only Arkmeister here, and welcome back to BTD6 Getting the Maps to Plat. Now today's episode is a little bit different because I have to do a voiceover. I wasn't able to talk at all through this recording due to me recording this at 2 in the morning.
Here, kitty.
The first badge that I decided to get was the original hard difficulty badge, because I apparently didn't get it yet. Now I went with a different sort of strat when trying to beat this. I used Azili so I can use her abilities to beat Moabs further into the rounds. I placed a Boomerang Monkey on the top left so I can get Moab popping power with Kylie Boomerang. And then, as you can see, I placed a Submarine Monkey and a Boomerang Monkey in the middle near the bottom. Boomerang Monkey so I can get Glaive Ricochet, and then the Submarine so I can get that Blue Incineration Zone and also Submergent Support, and then Tack Shooters at a regular spot. I also decided to use Druids, and I was going to go the bottom path. I was going to get it maxed out all the way, and then also put enough Druids to where Druid of Wrath is maxed all the way on all of the Druids. I also decided to get some banana monkey farms going so I can get that money rolling in, and right here is when I actually lose a ton of health. But this was the only portion of this difficulty that I lost health, and right here, as you can see, I start getting all of the support towers down so I can get buffs on all of those guys. There was the monkey village. I got all that all the way up to radar scanner so I can get camo detection on all of those guys up at the front, and then also I placed down a alchemist so I can get the alch buff on all of the guys up there as well. Just like that. There we go. Perishing potion, so the acid tip mixture is buffed a little bit. From then, it was pretty smooth. Didn't lose any health after that. Got all the towers up all the way. And this was when I decided I should just place down some backup towers just in case. Also because I had an extra $12,000 to spare, but you know, oh well. You know, it was pretty easy getting this last Oh My God down. Coming around the corner just like that, my Druids, Tack Shooters, Azili, and Kylie Boomerang were able to kill it basically instantaneously. Now from here, I decided that I was going to do the Magic Monkeys Only difficulty badge. Now for this, I decided to use Obing Greenfoot as my hero because he does give a buff on Druids and Wizard Monkeys. Now I first had to place down a Druid because I didn't have enough to place down Obing Greenfoot. Now I wanted the Druid so I can do the same thing I did with the last badge, placing down 6 so that bottom path is maxed all the way, and the buff that they get from Druid of Wrath is maxed all the way. It was pretty steady. Nothing really happened. I got the right amount of monkeys I needed down. Wizard monkeys, Druids, Alchemists, and I placed down Obing Greenfoot as well. From here, all I had to do was really just get the upgrades for all of them. And yeah, Magic Monkeys badge was probably the easiest badge out of them all. We have the ZOMG coming around, and it was killed basically instantly. Victory just like that. Now after getting this badge, I decided that I was going to get the double HP Moab badge next. Now, just because I never use her, I decided to use Gwendolyn, and since I was using Gwendolyn, I sort of went for a theme this round. You guys will see in a minute. But besides Gwendolyn, I decided to place down a Ninja Monkey just for that extra popping power, and I also placed down Tack Shooters at the regular spot. You always place them down. And yeah, from there it was pretty standard. I did end up losing some lives and then I had to restart, but I ended up placing down the same towers again back to where they were. And as you can see, fire theme started growing immensely. It didn't even end there. Like, I have the 4 tack shooters all the way up on the top path. And then I have Gwendolyn. And then there's something else I add in the future that you guys are going to see in a little bit. But I also placed down the ice tower right there. Just because balloons kept getting leaked and I didn't want any more to be doing that. So I just got the ice tower down onto the bottom path so I can get it to where they're taking a lot of damage from the ice tower. Not just to be frozen, just to take damage as well. Because ice towers aren't usually for attacking, they're just to slow the balloons. So I got that bottom path just so that was situated. Yeah, I kind of went overboard, placing down 10 tack shooters, going up to the spike factory upgrade, and then some wizards going to the breathing fire upgrade. But double HP Moabs is definitely not a badge to worry about. It's pretty easy. Like you could see, the Oh My God was destroyed basically instantaneously. And just like that, we're done with that round, and we're on to the next badge. Bam. Now, after getting that victory, the next badge I had to do was the alternate balloons badge, and it's not that difficult. It's just knowing which rounds come, since they come differently. Now, for this, I decided to use boat monkeys and whatnot, so I could use the hero Admiral Brickle, because I've never really used Admiral Brickle, and she's a new character, or at least newer to me than the rest. As you can see, I placed down a couple boat monkeys, couple subs, have Admiral Brickle down, and it was pretty good. Just had to wait for upgrades. And bam. Now from here, I wanted to get a bunch of banana farms down so I could get a bunch of money. I wanted to be able to use the 10% increase on the merchantman, but this was really easy. Like, compared to half cash, this was the easiest, if anything. Well, nah, Magic Monkeys was probably the easiest, but this one was definitely up there. This Oh My God is coming in. It's taking damage because the boats have a very big range. Big, yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Oh my God, they're slow. Look at those destroyers, absolutely destroying that Oh My God, and just like that, it's destroyed instantaneously, just like with the double HP Moabs. And there we go, we have a victory. And now, half cash. I didn't really have an idea on what I was going to do here, so I just decided to place down 2 dart monkeys, save up for Quincy, and once I had enough for Quincy, I felt a little bit safer, because once I had Quincy down, there wasn't really much else I had to worry about. Now, I did leak a couple of lives, not as much as other maps, but this one is definitely still terrifying.
This is my territory.
After placing down Quincy,
Tasty.
there isn't much else to say from there. I deleted 1 dart monkey and placed down a tack shooter along with a boomerang monkey to replace it. I was going to have the boomerang monkey be a Kylie boomerang for Moab popping power, and then I was going to have the tack shooter be a tack sprayer with Quincy doing most of the damage. All I had to do was wait for money to come in and upgrade. Now as you see, I just replaced one of the other dart monkeys with a ninja monkey. And just like with the boomerang monkey and the tack shooter, all I'm doing is waiting for upgrades to come in. But yeah, I didn't prepare for any sort of lead popping power, so I had to restart that round and see what sort of options I had. I didn't expect leads to come in. I was focusing on upgrading my towers for specific things and whatnot, but I noticed that I could just get red hot rings and problem solved. I don't know why I didn't just get red hot rings before, since I am trying to get Kylie boomerang, but whatever. Now you think it would end there, but it doesn't. Half cash is one of the most difficult. Now we have the Moab coming in, but Now we have the Moab coming in, and it was easy. It was perfectly fine. We mowed through it like just like that. All those balloons gone. Now you think it would have ended, referring to random instances of absolute death, just like the lead balloons, but nope, we have a whole bunch of camo lead balloons coming in, which I also did not prepare for, so I had to redo that, and then see what I could possibly do in this situation. Now, I was like, I don't have enough to get frag bombs for the ninja monkey, so I can't do that. There's no way in getting camo detection for the boomerang monkeys, so there's no way in doing that. But then I noticed something. There was something I noticed very, very specifically. It had nothing to do with any of the towers I placed down, like the tack shooter or anything. It was Quincy. I forgot that I had a very specific ability for Quincy that let me just basically instantly destroy all of the lead balloons because he had lead popping power that I didn't know about with that ability. And just like that, I had nothing else to worry about. Or so I thought. Yeah, we had a whole bunch of ceramics coming in. I didn't expect this to happen. So I had to restart this as well. First attempt, didn't do so well. Second attempt, I was like, okay, this is fine. It's just one wave of really insane ceramics. I could just use Quincy's ability, right? Like, just bam, use Quincy's ability, and everything's gonna be fine. I didn't know there's more than one wave of ceramics that come through. So I had to scrap that attempt and then go to the next attempt where it didn't really go so well. You guys will see this in a second as I restart this round. Yeah, it didn't really go so well. It went better, that's for sure, but it definitely didn't end up with a better result. 'Cause ceramics are tough. Now, I was viewing my options, seeing what I could possibly do in this situation, and I was like, maybe I just have to time it right. Maybe that's it. And I tried to see if I could time this correctly, and just like that, the first wave was gone. Now I just had to wait for the cooldown. Now, I slowed it down just so I can assess the situation and make sure that I timed this perfectly, and yeah, it went much better. We got that first wave done. Yeah, but then the second wave came through, my ability wasn't ready, and that was that. It was done, it was over. Now in my final attempt, I say this because it could have either been a success or a failure, I don't know, that's whether or not I want to trick you guys, which I kind of do. So, on this final attempt, it went questionably okay. It went pretty good. I timed my ability just on time. I was kidding. I died. I didn't even use my ability. I don't know why, but I had to use monkey money just so I could revive myself. Now, I decided to upgrade the ice tower just so I have that extra freezing and popping ability, and apparently that was literally all I was missing. If I didn't place down 2 ninja monkeys and just got this ice tower, I would have been perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. We're mowing through these ceramics like nothing even happened before, and it's all because of this ice tower that I have upgraded on the bottom path and the middle path, I believe. And you'd think that all of those really hectic rounds would be over, but no. We have a horde of ceramic regrows coming through. But yeah, there's that. Long story short, it took a couple of attempts, I lost some health, but after that, it was smooth sailing from there, and this last Oh My God was pretty easy. There was no challenge with it. My setup was perfect for this specifically. And finally, we have a victory! And we have the half cash badge. Well, victory specifically with the half cash badge. And just like that, we're on to the impoppable badge. And I'm gonna go ahead and skip forward because I didn't lose a single life. My setup was perfect. And yeah, here we are. Now, the reason I skipped here was because a bunch of DDTs actually came through. And me being my small brain self, forgot to use my Churchill ability. As you can see, I have Churchill down. And yeah, that would have been the death of me. Also, my Buccaneer ability grabbed 2 BFBs instead of 3 DDTs, which was also one reason why I restarted this. Now, when I restarted this, I didn't really expect anything to go horribly wrong, which you guys will see in a second, whether or not I was right or wrong in that thought I had in my brain. Yeah, it was perfectly fine. Even though the hook ability only took in BFBs and not DDTs, Churchill's ability destroyed those DDTs, so it was fine. Now from here I knew there was another DDT round, so I decided to place down multiple Buccaneers so I can get multiple hook-in abilities, so when the DDTs are coming in, I could just reel them in one by one, you know? Sounds like a good idea, well, to me at least. Now, the only problem was, I didn't anticipate how big the DDT round was gonna be. Like, how many DDTs were gonna come through. And that's where it became problematic. And here we are. The round that everybody has been talking about. Well, only me, because I'm the only one talking right now. The round where so many DDTs come in that you can't even begin to comprehend the fact that DDTs even exist. Yeah, this was the round when I lost. It was traumatic, and I didn't know what to do. Except spend 500 monkey money so I could start again. Now, I decided to place down a bunch of Buccaneers and get them all to the hook ability, so as the DDTs are coming in, I could just reel them in one by one, just like you'd reel in some ladies at a bar. I thought this would work, and it worked really well. I got a whole bunch of DDTs gone, you seen that? All of them are gone, and now all I had to do was use Churchill's ability, just like last time. But no, like 30 more DDTs came through, and that's when I had to start that round again. I was about ready to give up. I was so close. But then, out of nowhere, I had an idea. I had an amazing idea. I went into Sandbox so I could test this idea. The idea I had was so risky that I had to test it in Sandbox. Because I didn't want to do it in the regular round, just so I wouldn't die again. Now, the idea that I had was that if I place down a SAR Bomba, will it be able to kill a majority of the DDTs on screen? Now, this was risky because there's the possibility of it not killing them or doing any damage at all, because I know in later rounds, it does basically nothing. But that's in later rounds. This is round 95, where the SAR Bomba can instantly destroy basically almost anything. Now, I tested this, and it worked. But I tested it on round 1. Now, I noticed this and switched it to round 95, the round that I'm on. I sent 30 or so DDTs through, tested it, and it worked. I was exhilarated. Now, in order to achieve this, I had to sell basically all of my money-making towers and place down the SAR Bomba with all of the boat monkeys upgraded to the hook ability. Now, my first attempt was just as shown. We managed to reel in a lot of the DDTs. And then I wait for the last second, and I destroy all of those. Now next, all I had to do was use Churchill's ability like I did just then. But there was timing that was just wrong. It was mistimed. Now in my second attempt, it was strange. The timing was there, like almost perfect. Like perfect as in 0.05 milliseconds away from being perfect. As you can see, I let the DDTs go through, and on that very last second I use my ability, but then the screen goes red and I accept defeat. Have to use some money to keep on going, but for some reason it used my ability, but it didn't kill the DDT before it reached the end. Now on my third attempt, it had to be flawless, but not so flawless to where it becomes literally so close that it is basically a glitch like it did on my second attempt. Right now, right here, was when this had to happen. I let it come straight to the end, and I use my ability, and it instantly kills them. I use Churchill's ability so I can go ahead and destroy these DDTs, and just like that, we can finally go on to beating this BAD after that god-awful round. And just like this, we're letting the DDT come through, and finally, after hours and hours of hard work and recording, we finally have that impoppable badge. Now unfortunately I did run out of time. I do have to do the chimps badge on my own time, but it's basically the same thing as impoppable, so like there's no point in recording because it's literally the same thing. So yeah. But with all of that out of the way, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know it's a little bit different, but a lot of the videos lately have been. I'm trying to see if I can do different things with certain things, certain videos and series and whatnot. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have an amazing time, night, evening, or day. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.